Welcome everyone to Cam's Cultural Podcast. I'm Cam.
And I'm Cam.
And we have an exciting podcast today about mythical creatures.
Get ready as we get to dive into the cultural importance of each mythical creature.
Let's get cross-cultural.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so hyped.
Here we go. Awesome. Well, everybody welcome Dr. Ajmi. He is going to explore Saudi Arabia and a fascinating character that we can't wait to hear more about.
Oh yeah, Abu Fanus you mean, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so jinn are believed to be are creatures that are made by Allah, and they are made out of smokeless fire. However, Abu Fanus isn't known to be as true as the rest of the jinn, but the concept of jinn is real in Arabian countries and in the Islamic belief. So Abu Fanus is a jinni known for his miraculous and sometimes helpful deeds. So he is the name of Abu Fanus means the father of the lantern, and he's a legendary creature in some Saudi Arabia regions and Qatar. And he's sometimes associated with Ramadan due to the Fanus resemblance. And there are some moral lessons that come along with Abu Fanus. And usually people are skeptical whether it's a good creature or a bad creature, but usually if you see one, just run away. It's not worth it.
It's very interesting. Can we travel to Egypt now, as you've also studied in Egypt?
Oh, yeah.
And where mummies have been, captured by the world's imagination. Could you just share your insights on these mummies?
Oh, yeah. So the first mummy was explored in the early 1900s, and the explorer is not done. The last mummy that we've discovered was in 2023, January 2023, believe it or not. So that mummy was 4,300 years old, and we've just discovered it now. And with COVID coming in, people are assuming that bacteria is going to come in with this, and maybe we might discover some new diseases, but it's not true. Okay. The way they make mummies and the way they preserve them makes it impossible for such things to come out, And the main concept of a mummy is that you preserve the body in order for them to survive and live well in the afterlife, because the body is looked at as the house of the soul. So in the afterlife, if the soul is in the body remains, and he could come out the way he is. And that's why we find them. We find the mummies placed around gold and jewelries, because they want to preserve these with them as well when they return.
Yeah, so we have all these fairy tales about mummies coming to life and stuff, but you're pretty much kind of telling it's more about the symbolism in the mummy.
Yeah, so the movies took a little turn with the whole afterlife concept, and they made them look like supernatural zombies, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the real concept is, they're not coming back. Let's be real.
Yep.
Wow, that is cross-cultural.
Very cross-cultural.
That was so cross-cultural.
Well, I'd like to welcome our next guest to the show, Dr. Southwick. Dr. Southwick is an expert in Asia over mythical creatures. He's going to give us some enlighten us about the Manigal.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's nice to be here. So the Manigal is, she's actually a very beautiful woman during the day, all right? But then at night, her bottom half separates from her lower half.
So I wish all women could do that, man.
Yeah. It's pretty disgusting. Her entrails actually drag along as she flies like a bat.
Oh,
yeah.
So she's like wait. So like her mind and body are separated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually really weird. She's considered like a vampire woman.
Okay.
And she attacks women. So
why?
So this creature, she represents the losing a child during childbirth. So she's really just a fear for all women.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Philippines.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. That's very cross-cultural.
Oh, it's very cross-cultural.
Yeah, I think it's very cross-cultural. We can now travel over to China though, and speak about dragons that you've also been researching in that area, in the Philippines dragon area.
Yeah. So I've been over in China doing a little bit of research. They're very culturally significant in China. So they're a symbol of power, strength, and good fortune in the Chinese culture. So, and I'm sure you guys have seen in videos or movies, there's dragons portrayed just about everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah. So dragons are an integral part of the Chinese New Year celebration, just like Des Moreau. I think you guys are interviewing somebody about that later.
Yeah, we got a special guest coming on later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, the dragon holds a central place in the Chinese culture and is a symbol of great importance, embodying a wide range of positive attributes and cultural values.
Interesting. If you could have a dragon, what color would you want it to be?
Definitely red.
Red.
Yeah, it's
Spit
fast
fire?
fingers.
Blue fire?
Traditional.
Possibly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have a green one.
Green.
The one with just the tail, though, has no wings.
Yeah.
That's what I would like.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to ride.
Dude, yeah. Yeah. Like some Game of Thrones type vibe. I would take over everybody.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, Dr. Southwick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much,
having
Dr.
me on.
Southwick. Yeah. It was great to have you on.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
We're here with Dr. Markova, who's from Russia, and she's going to tell us more about the Dead Moroz.
Yeah, Ded Moroz is an analogy of Santa Claus from Russia. So he's wearing blue bathrobe, and he has a granddaughter. So, but we don't have zero idea about the parents of this girl. So, and he traveling always together with her, and comes to the kids. And December 31st, exactly as here, and kids unpack their gifts in the morning of their first year of the new year. So Orthodox, they celebrate Christmas on January 7th, and we don't have Santa on January 7th, only on the New Year.
Just the Dead Moroz. And they fly with reindeer as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Rudolph?
the same transportation system as here.
Interesting. So would you say it's a big deal for the Russian culture?
Yes, New Year is like the biggest holiday that we celebrate. It's the best holiday. Usually, people are really prepared to this. We start in our, New Year holidays from December 31st. So people are finished with their work, run home, prepare the table, and usually on New Year, doors are open. Your neighbors come to you. You celebrate. You have fireworks, and people are dancing, eating, and talking until the morning. So it's not like here, Christmas, when you just go to sleep after some time, right? It's important to celebrate all night. And this is a night when kids usually love to stay longer. So that's why it's the biggest holiday. Yeah.
Wow, that is cross-cultural.
Very cross-cultural. Very.
All right, moving along our journey, we have Dr. Kanessa here from the Philippines, but you've been doing research in ancient Greece, Scotland, and Ireland, if I'm correct?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, can you expand on, firstly, the centaur that you've been researching from ancient Greece?
Yeah, of course. I've been doing a lot of research on that one. Centaurs, they're mythical creatures known for their dual nature. They embody the struggle between civilization and barbarism, which also can be seen as wild and unruly. And they're huge figures in Greek mythology, and they appear a lot in the stories and art, which you would see all around Greece if you ever go there.
Wow, that's a very cross-cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Well,
love to see one.
moving on to my co-host Cam's favorite creature out here, the unicorn. Could you tell us more about that?
Of course. Unicorns are huge. They're a very big mythical horse-like creature with a single horn. They symbolize purity, grace, strength, and it has been a national symbol of Scotland since the 12th century, if that's a fun fact that you didn't know. And they're deeply rooted in Scottish folklore and tradition.
That's
Wow, I've
interesting.
always wanted to see a cross-cultural unicorn before. It just sounds so amazing. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on now. Can you go to Ireland? Your final journey on your trip, where you researched on leprechauns.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. So leprechauns, they're small, bearded fairies with orange hair, known for their shoemaking skills and hidden pots of gold. And they're often depicted as playful tricksters. They're very mischievous. And finding their hidden treasures, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, is very common in Irish tradition.
Wow, sounds like my buddy Cam over here.
They are super handsome creatures, of what I've heard. Anyway, thank you for having us on, or thank you for coming out. And that was super cross-cultural.
Very cross-cultural.
That was cross-cultural.
Very cross-cultural.
All right, unfortunately, my co-host had to go do another podcast, but today I have an expert, Cam, who will tell me more about Mexico and the chupacabra that you've seen.
What's up, Cam? How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Good to have you.
Well, I'm really excited to be talking about this. So basically, I was born and raised in Texas. Grew up. Chupacabras were one of the most terrifying creatures, I think.
Really?
That haunted my nightmares, haunted the kids around me. Basically, they rooted from Puerto Rico around 1995. There was, I think, 2,000 animals murdered, blood sucked out of them.
Oh, wow.
People thought it was this mythical creature, chupacabra, but scientists and Puerto Rican government are saying that it's not, and that it's just natural diseases and uneaten carcasses, stuff like that. But a lot of people out there that think the chupacabra is the main reason, and it still haunts a lot of people to this day.
Have you seen a chupacabra or animals dried up in blood?
No, I haven't. I always wished I did. I was always watching YouTube videos of the chupacabra sucking blood and everything growing up. But yeah. But I kind of wanted to talk about the aftermath of that. So we call this a modern day mythical creature. So modern day, it's kind of interesting. We talked about like creatures like the leprechaun and the dragon in ancient China. These things have existed for centuries. But this is new. This is the last 30 years, so it's kind of already its
really?
own thing.
Oh, that's
so it's-
recent. Oh, okay.
So I think that's one of the more important things to pay attention to is that these stories and folklore, they never stop ending. Even if we think that, oh, it's modern day, no, it won't. Yeah, and I also think it kind of built like a cool, it was kind of like a shared identity and belief between a Latino and Spanish countries, you know?
Wow, that is cross-cultural.
Yeah, and it's also found its way into like the American pop culture. There's this new Netflix show called The Chupacabra. So I think within the last 30 years, it's already been a huge impact. The Chupacabra has already been, the word is spread like that, like wildfire. And yeah, a lot of people are still looking for it to this day.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was cross-cultural.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on the show, Cam.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, sorry about that. Had to go take care of something. Well, I'd love to welcome our next guest to the show, Dr. Cam McKee.
Thanks for having me out, Cam.
Yeah, of course. Well, he's going to give us a little more insight on America's favorite mythical creature. I guess you can guess who that is.
Yeah, so Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, however you want to name
Yep.
him, he's huge into American folklore, as people across the nation have seen him with their own two eyes, as if I have.
Really?
Yes, I have.
We're going to come back to that.
We'll come back to that later. But yeah, so he's like an undercover type of person that people don't understand about. He's like a very mythical creature that no one really understands or knows where he comes from and how he's doing anything. But he is well known on many as a huge Halloween character. He's very into. There's many shows about him of people seeing him and hunting for him, and they have evidence. But I think I'm the one with the most relevant
You'd
evidence. of all.
definitely say that
Yeah.
Bigfoot's a big cultural piece of American.
Yeah, I would say so. I feel
Big
like everyone in
American
America. If you
culture.
don't know about
Yeah.
Bigfoot, you're not American.
You're not.
Yeah,
you're just
not.
simply not.
Yeah, you're not American at all. No. But yes, I did see him with my own two
yeah,
eyes.
let's go back to that.
And I have video proof. One day I was down sloping, snowboarding, and just a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, came out of nowhere and pushed me over and was like, "Get off my turf."
There's no
And,
way.
Yeah, it was.
no way.
Yeah, here's the video right now.
No way. Let's check it out.
Playing hopscotch, there won't be a wristwatch for miles around, 'cause he'll play hopscotch till he gets your wristwatch up in that tree crotch, and he'll never come down. So don't play hopscotch near any old tree crotch until that old watch stealing, big feeling, hopscotch and Sasquatch is found.
Yeah, but so as you can see here, he's just gliding around and having a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think we all wish that we were Bigfoot sometimes.
Yeah. He said never to show the video anywhere else, but he doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for coming to the podcast, Cam. I appreciate your time.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of
Thanks for
course.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, but we're going to have to wrap it up now. Thank you to all our guests and sharing your knowledge and about these captivating mythical creatures that are amongst the world.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting that each one of these mythical creatures have a deeper meaning and a more symbolic meaning to the culture. But thank you for listening to the podcast, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.